Hello and welcome to Game Over. COVID hits the Indian cricket team in England. Plenty of drama all day. Rishabh Pant was the first cricketer whose news came out as positive. By the way, it is Rishabh Pant's seventh day in isolation today. The report had come last Friday. The details are Rishabh Pant had actually been vaccinated and then had fever for 2 days. So the thought was it from vaccination? Was it from something else? And then eventually the diagnosis came that he was COVID positive. But Rishabh has no major symptoms, no symptoms at all, and at this point in time is in no kind of discomfort. So one would expect Rishabh Pant to clear COVID in the next 3-4 days and should be back in action. At this point in time, he was with his sister when he tested positive, who's a student in the United Kingdom. So he wasn't mixing with any of the cricketers, so no other cricketers was deemed as a close contact. That is the Rishabh Pant development, and this news came to light early in the morning. Again, plenty of speculation about will Rishabh Pant miss the first test match and a lot of others. No, there is no reason for us to even believe or assume or apprehend that Rishabh Pant will miss any test match, because today is day number 7, and if he is asymptomatic, which he is at the moment, and no discomfort whatsoever, one should expect that Rishabh Pant will be COVID free in the next 3-4 days and should be able to join the team in Durham in a week's time maximum, should be even able to play the second warm-up match, and then will be definitely ready by the time of the first test match come the 4th of August. So that's the update on Rishabh Pant. After that, the team assembled in the London hotel yesterday and COVID tests were conducted, and they were supposed to leave for Durham this morning. And at that point in time, another set of COVID tests were conducted, and Dayanand Karani, the Indian team's throwdown man, along with Raghu, was also deemed COVID positive. He tested COVID positive. So Dayanand was immediately isolated. The rest of the squad all returned negative tests, but 4 other people, Bharat Arun, Abhimanyu Ishwaran and Riddhiman Saha, not to mention Rishabh. These are the others. These 3, Bharat, Abhimanyu and Riddhiman Saha, were deemed as close contacts of Dayanand Karani and were asked to isolate. They were asked to isolate. This is despite the fact that their COVID reports were all negative. So Bharat Arun, Riddhiman Saha, who had COVID in May, Bharat has been twice vaccinated. All of them are twice vaccinated except Riddhiman, who had COVID, and Abhimanyu Ishwaran, all in isolation. They will be in isolation for the next 4 days, by which time they will have to clear. If they develop symptoms, obviously they will test further. Otherwise, they will be free to join the Indian team in Durham. If you see, the English, Eoin Morgan has now cleared or completed his isolation and is part of the England white ball setup again against Pakistan starting the 16th of July. The fact of the matter is, this is now a reality of our world. If the United Kingdom opens up on the 19th of July, as has been said, Freedom Day, with twice vaccinated people, mild cases will happen. That's the nature of the game. Every scientist, every specialist, every health expert has said that. People will have to protect themselves, and to expect cricketers or any other sports person to be in a bio bubble all through the year is also not humanly possible. So this is the way the new normal will function, and we will have to learn to live with the virus. We will have to protect ourselves by vaccination and protocols, but it can hurt. And that is why the twice vaccination is so important. Coming to the Indian women's team, it was a good game after being down 2 for 15. Harmanpreet Kaur, good innings, 36 of 26. Smriti Mandhana, very important innings, 70 odd. Smriti Mandhana was the one who anchored that innings after Shafali Verma got bowled to Catherine Brunt, and Harleen Deol was out to Sophia Kristen caught by Natalie Siva. India 150 plus thanks to some late heroics from Richa Ghosh. England chased it down in style with Danny Wyatt, 89 not out. Excellent innings from Daniela Wyatt. Tammy Beaumont, early casualty for Dipti Sharma. A review lost for England, LBW. And then Nat Siva, right through the series, has been a thorn in the flesh for India. Excellent innings of 40 odd, and Heather Knight, 6 not out, killing it. England winning the cumulative series 10-6, winning the 2 white ball series 2-1, 2-1. India, Ramesh Pawar has already been on record saying a few changes. They want more fearless cricketers. They need someone to back Mithali Raj, someone to back Chulan Goswami. Easier said than done. But the team has also shown glimpses that they can play fearless cricket, like yesterday. 2 down for 15 and going on to make 153 wasn't a bad score. So that's the update that I'm getting in Tokyo. Plenty of cases, 1100 COVID cases in Tokyo, the highest in 6 months, but that's how it is at the moment. The Olympics very much due to start in a week, 8 days from now. So fingers crossed for that. Plenty of news items coming your way on Game Over. Keep watching this space, and keep following Game Over. Thanks for watching.